Alright, I just wanted to show you what the bike looks like in nighttime mode. I don't know if you can see this, but the shoes glow really well in that blue. Yeah, and I say this because I'm doing this because I know at least my mom is going to worry about my biking. I don't know if you can see that, but we got retroreflective tape on there. So it's all good. Later. Well, good evening. It's nighttime, and I'm not gonna go for a long ride, but I wanted to vlog a little. I've got stuff on my mind, and so I think I'm just gonna do a couple laps around the apartment, maybe cross the street and go in a neighborhood or something. But it's about 8:15 and the sun's going down. Wait, is it 9? It's like 9. It's like 9:15. I've got my helmet with my backlight, my flashing red light on the back of my helmet. Got my hotshot light on the back of my bicycle. Got a headlamp right there. You can see it. It's pretty bright. And I've got really cool running lights, or running light, the nice blue one that makes my shoes glow. Sort of gives a little bit of swag to my bike. I'm not wearing my glasses. That was probably a mistake. There's lots of bugs out. And this is a very bumpy section of road. Anyway, yeah. Wanted to vlog a little bit. Today was kind of a stress me out day at work. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about the cool stuff, which is my house. It's getting to the point where I really don't have anything else to do. Just sort of wait for the loan to happen. Wait for the loan to happen. I had the inspection today. Wasn't really all that great. There were things that I learned from the previous attempted buyer. See, they had an inspection, but their loan fell through. But I was fortunate enough to be able to look at their inspection report. I got a copy of it. It was pretty thorough. It saw things that I certainly wouldn't have known to look for. It didn't really complain about some things that I saw, but it was really thorough. It was really good. I decided to get my own inspection with a different person because, you know, it's just the smart thing to do. And he caught one thing that the previous inspection did not. And he did not catch my biggest concern, which was the deck. The deck was not built well. It was built well, but it was designed poorly. So it doesn't use the right hangers, and it wasn't piered correctly. It is connected to the house properly, which is a really big deal. Very happy about that. Also, the stringers on the stairs, there's like 3 stairs. There's 2 stringers, and they're about 4.5 feet apart. And I'm not sure what the code is, but it needs another one at least one more in the middle. Because as you know, I am not a light person, and I could definitely feel flexing in the stairs. So I brought that up at the time of inspection. He ended up putting that in the report. So that was cool. But it's all for nothing, really, because I had already sort of resolved to take the house as is, because the house is it's in pretty good shape. For being 1958, you know, you expect some old house issues. And this one had far fewer than I was anticipating, which is awesome. The stack, the big pipe that carries all the waste water and toilet water and all that out to the sewer, it runs vertical, goes down into the basement. Parts of it have been replaced with PVC, and other parts of it are clearly corroded. And the inspector acted like it was the worst thing in the world. It's not. I know from experience, it's not the worst thing in the world. If it has to be replaced, it's gonna stink, but literally. But it's not gonna be, you know, world-ending. It won't be terribly expensive, since since it has easy access. It's in a good spot in the house, and I don't know. You can have a corroded pipe for years and years and years. It'll do its job. It might make it harder to pull out when it is time to replace, I'm not sure. But I'm not worried about it. Definitely not as worried about it as I am the deck, because you don't walk on the stack. The entire finished part of the basement, even the unfinished part, it's all grounded properly, which is good. All of the ground plugs on the other side upstairs are dummy. You know, they're not grounded properly. That's something I could do myself. But I'm not sure I'd want to. I have never been here before. This is kind of creepy. I don't even know if this is going to show up well on the camera. Here goes nothing. Wow, this is really downhill. I did not see this coming. Oh, wow. little guy. Get out of there. Oh yeah, I should have worn my glasses. I should have worn my glasses. Yeah, so I think I'll consult an electrician when it comes to grounding the upstairs. If it doesn't cost a bunch, you know, I'll go for it. Definitely the GFIs in the bathroom and stuff need to be done correctly. Let's see. There are two smallish urine stains in the hardwood floor. Because the homeowners had big dogs. There's also the telltale like door scratching where the dogs have gone to town on the doors. By the same token, there's, you know, what are they called? Screens? The window screens are in pretty bad shape. But that shouldn't be too big a deal. I don't know. They've got a month to clean the house out. But if they don't, you know, take everything, they've currently got tons and tons of extra screen hidden away in the workshop area. Pretty obvious why, since the dogs, you know, tear up the place. I imagine they'd want to take that with them. This is a really long climb. You know, I'm not normally one to do a new route in the dark. But here we are. I do know all I'd have to do is turn around, and I've got about 1 mile downhill down to the 64th Street Line Creek Trailhead. So should somebody, you know, bum rush me, I could escape, you know, unless they're in a car, but what you can do about that, huh? I've got my Strava safety beacon set up. Comes with Strava Premium. Highly recommend it. Okay, back to the house. fire logs in the fireplace. I'm not a fan. Also, it's a wood burning fireplace, so it might take a little bit of work, not much money's worth, to get it into burning a fire shape. Oh yeah, there's cracks in the firebox where some tuck pointing, I think that's the word, needs to be done. And this guy today did not find it. He did see that the baffle was installed a little bit weird, but I already knew that. So it is going to take a little bit of work to get it up to where I really want it. But it's not going to be that expensive, and it doesn't have to be soon. You know, I've got the rest of the year before I'm going to want to start having a fire, having friends over and having a fire. The basement is going to be so good for having friends over. They've currently got like a booth, like a dinner table sort of booth at a restaurant. And I told the seller's agent, you know, if they're, because it's in kind of ratty shape, I was saying if they don't want that, instead of going through the trouble of getting rid of it, you can just leave it and I'll be fine. I would take it. I have no idea what their intention is, but you know, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, so the basement, the finished half of the basement has a fireplace and kind of crappy lighting, but that's okay. That's where the bar is. Like, they're leaving a bar, like a floating bar with a wine cooler and stuff, and it has the basement finished half has a built-in fridge and a sink, all in the entertainment part. So I mean, it's gonna be fantastic. It's also wired up for surround sound. So I'm gonna move my big old TV down there and, you know, set it all up. I'll probably purchase a smaller TV for the living room, since I don't watch tons of TV, just like Rachel Maddow and Cartoon Network, Amazing World of Gumball, Unikitty, you know, Craig at the Creek. Cartoon Network is seriously knocking it out of the park right now with their original series. Well, this is a really cool little loop. I've actually almost done this whole thing before. And the funny thing is, last time I almost did it, I came from the show, the Barry Woods show, which is, I don't know, like 30 blocks north of here, not very far, by car anyway, on the highway. It was also at the darkness. So, we're gonna go. I'm uncomfortable with this, but let's do it. Okay. Almost back home already? How is that possible? Okay, well, the unfinished part of the basement is wide open. Great for a ping pong table, or they had a pool table in it before. But also super good for a workshop. And the basement has a full bath with a shower and everything. They're leaving behind their washer and dryer. They're not good washers and dryers, but hey, they get the job done, right? And let's see. Safe to turn. What else is going on? Yeah, I'm thrilled about the basement. I'm definitely gonna have a workshop down there. It's got a dry basement system, brand new sump pump drains, so you can even see on the floor where they've patched, where they tore up the floor. Floor's heaving a little bit, but not much. And it's new. You can tell because there's new concrete. It's 4 years old. So, likelihood that that's caused by the new drains, no idea. I'm gonna tell myself that though. None of the inspectors, I mean, they both noted it, but they both also noted it's almost certainly not a big deal. Especially since the heaving is away from the finished area. And the finished area goes out to a walkout sunroom, double doors. And the sunroom has a double door to a patio. The patio has a little place for a fire pit with easy access to my future garden and the 2 sheds, one of which has power, which is amazing. And that power line runs ludicrously close to the deck, so that needs to get sorted ASAP. Oh my gosh, the kitchen. It's a small kitchen, but it's laid out perfectly. Like the golden triangle is just really great. It's got a built-in island, seating for 2 people. And the whole island is just storage. And the entire place, everything that isn't like above the countertop cabinets, is fitted with roll-out drawers. So not only is the cupboard bigger than anything I've ever had before, but I'll be able to utilize the space better than any I've ever had. The oven and the range are gas. Never had a gas oven, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. Never had, my own gas range before, but I grew up with one, and I remember keenly that it is the best thing to cook tortillas over, so I'm looking forward to that dramatically. You can just tell that the people who had this place last or the time before last, their heart was in the kitchen, because they did a great job. I really feel like this house is a steal. 3 bed, 3 bath, full baths. The bedrooms aren't huge, but they're not tiny. There's tons of closet and storage space. I mean, I can't even. The linen closet is twice as big as every other linen closet I've ever seen. And that's not hyperbole. It's literally double size, double width. Let's see what else. None of the showers have doors. And because of that, there's some water damage on the tile. It's not tile, it's linoleum. So I'm gonna get some, cheapo $200 doors. Stick those in. Eventually, none of this is urgent. Gosh, the yard is so big. Gonna be so much room for activities. I know you probably can't see anything right now, but bear with me. Yeah, the siding needs to be patched. I'm gonna go around with it with a caulking gun. but that's not going to be good enough, frankly. It needs patching here and there. That's not a big deal. You know, it's great. It's clearly been settling because, you know, it's an old house. It's been settling, and the settling is not that bad. So it's not like dramatic, huge, big concern settling, which I'm very thankful for. I just can't wait to have friends over to enjoy the space and set up a workshop and let my cat Ichi roam free outside. Teach him how to use the doggy door, and he'll just he'll be on cloud 9 because he doesn't really like apartment life. Well, I didn't get to work, which is not an accident, I guess. You know, I don't know if my coworkers watch this at all, but work's been a little stressful, which they would understand. Suffice it to say, this bike ride helped. It helped a lot. And I'm really excited. And, you know, excitement is a kind of stress. So bad stress at work, health anxiety in the background, excitement, it can become a little bit much. And I didn't want to go for a big bike ride today because I kind of want to do one tomorrow. But this little thing, it really worked out some kinks, you know? And I appreciate that you're here listening, watching. Although there's really probably not much to watch on this ride. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to publish it anyway. But it's kind of dark. So thanks for coming along with me. And I'll see you next time.